Well, welcome back. Vintage Farmhouse Antiques like to show you the china we're listing and the condition, and bring to your attention a little bit more detail about what you're looking at, because a flat photo on a website can not always show everything that you're going to want to know. This is Royal Worcester Palissy Game Series dinner plates, made in 20th century by Royal Worcester under the Palissy branding. These are 9.75 inch dinner plates, got the lovely classic Palissy England Game Series mark on these. These are slightly older marks than the other ones we've got listing, but they have, as you can see, this particular plate got this very characteristic and very common linear grazing on the glaze where it's cracked through the glaze. The porcelain's fine, well it's not porcelain, it's actually earthenware this. But the actual glaze, and again a little bit on the surface here, has got this very fine crazing in it. These are perfectly okay to use. There's no problem with the glaze having been cracked like that. It's very common for this to occur during storage or use over the period. So they can be used as part of a big set. It will not detract from the attractiveness of these plates, but nonetheless it does slightly decrease the value in terms of what we're going to be asking for these. We've got one of these currently on stock. We've got two which are in mint condition, which are exactly the same pattern, probably slightly older on the factory marks from this piece, which is probably an earlier production piece. One thing to note about this, the earlier ones had really quite dark brown and white transfer borders, and this is very characteristic of that. Quite a lot of dye was put into the earlier pieces, and they tend to appear quite a lot darker than the later pieces. Just that, something to note on the design and appearance of the borders on these plates. There's a link description below that will take you through to the Vintage and Farmhouse Antiques listing for this particular plate. It's going on sale this afternoon on the Vintage and Antiques website here in the UK, and do have a browse through on Palissy searches to see all the other pieces in quite a large dinner service that we're working our way through and listing. Thanks for watching.